Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Ma'rifah Umi Fathul Hasanah and I'm from English Education Department of Ma'arif Nahdlatul Ulama University Kebumen. So in this video I will explain the exercise that has been given to us about the form using order. Okay, so number 1 is look at your hand. You have 5 fingers. One is your thumb, the other is your index finger, another one is your middle finger, another finger is your ring finger, and the other finger, or the last of the 5, is your little finger. So why this is using the order? This is using the order because the order in here used for the next non-finger by this 5 finger. So because this is have a specific and we know the number of fingers, so we use the order. And then another. Why using another? Because another in here is for one more finger that has not been mentioned. And same on here using another because one more finger that has not been mentioned. And then in here using the other because this is for specific or additional ones. Number 2, look at your hands. One is your right hand, the other is your left hand. As we know, there are only 2 hands, left and right, so this is using the other. And number 3, I invited people to my party. Of those 5 people, only John and Mary can come. The others can't come. So why this is using the others? This is using the others because this refers to the remaining 3 people can come. And the next, I invited 5 people to my party. Of those 5 people, only John and Mary can come. The other people can't come. Why this is using the other? Because people in here is repeated. So the other is used as an adjective in here. Next, I would like some more books on this subject. Do you have any others that you could lend me? And why this is using the others? This is using the others because non replies from other books in here. And next, I would like to read more about this subject. Do you have any other books that you could lend on me? Why using other? This is using other because other in here used as an adjective before books. Next, there are many means of transportation. The airplane is one means of transportation. The train is another. Why this is using another? This is using another because the train is one more type of transportation. Next, there are many means of transportation. The airplane is one. The others are the train, the automobile, and the horse. Why this is using the others? This is using the others because this is the remaining non-option. So the others using for a specific one and a knowing option. So we use the others. And next, there are 2 women standing on the corner. One is Helen Jensen and the other is Pat Hendricks. Why using the other? Because on the text this is only 2 women, so the other. So we use the other. And next, Alice reads the New York Times every day. She doesn't read any other newspaper. Why this is using other? This is using other for modifies of newspaper. And next, some people prefer classical music, but others prefer rock music. Why this is using others? This is using others for some people prefer classical music, but others prefer rock music. This is the others on this for talking about different people, not from this group. So we use others. And next, individual differences in children must be recognized. Whereas one child might have a strong interest in mathematics and science, another child might tend toward more artistic endeavors. Why this is using another? This is using another for one more example for the child who might tend toward more artistic endeavors. And next, I'm almost finished. I just need another 5 minutes. Another in here is for asking for an additional amount of time. Next, one of the most important inventions in the history of the world was the printing press. Another was the electric light. Others were the telephone, television, and his computer. Another in here was for more than the rest. So this is. And next, others in here for the plural noun of this, of telephone, television, and computer. Next, some babies begin talking as early as 6 months. Others don't speak until they are more than 2 years old. Why using others? Because it refers to the rest of the babies who don't speak until they are more than 2 years old. Next, one common preposition is from. Another common one is in. Others are by, for, and of. The most frequently used preposition in English are at, by, for, from, in, of, to, and with. What are some other prepositions? So another is using for one more preposition, and others using for more prepositions, and then other is using as a adjective before noun form. And next, the country has two basic problems. One is inflation and the other is the instability of the government. We're using the other because this is the second problem of the two total problem in here. Next, I have been in only 3 cities since I came to the United States. One is New York and the others are Washington DC and Chicago. We're using the others. This is using the others for the remaining 2 cities. This is used as a pronoun to refer to the rest of the group of 3 total cities. Next, when his alarm went off this morning, he sat it off, rolled over, and slept for another 20 minutes. Another here is using for additional time of sleep. Next, they have 3 children. One has graduated from college and has a job. Another is at Yale University. The other is still living at home. So why this is using another? This is using another because one more child and not yet mentioned. And then why this is using the other? This is using the other for the last remaining child from the 3 children in here. This is used to refer to each child one by one until all 3 mentioned. And that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.